as we crank it up.
Oh, shit, it's too wide. Ah, no. Irvington. See, that's why I waited for him, babe.
Almost got into Jimmy Johnson trying to get to the bottom. And here is how those robotic cameras are run today from a video game type console in the safety of the Fox production compound. Those cameras sit right on top of the wall. Our cameramen, fortunately, don't have to anymore, but thanks to Joe Secota.
Long Danica Patrick's trying.
The bump from Joey Logano to the rear bumper of Jimmy Johnson. He almost went around.
I don't know how you got with that. Look, this thing's getting ready to explode. I just got to tell you, I mean, I can feel it. Look at these guys.
Danica's trying.
And Danica's right up in the...
That's my girl.
Yeah, but watch this. It's just a bump.
Seemed rather... That was nothing. It just seemed like nothing, but it almost turned him around.
See what? Somebody running back me 190 miles an hour. Woohoo!
Especially if you're not pointing exactly straight when it happens.
I don't know if I call that nothing or not. Goodness.
Well, it just didn't look like it was much of a impact. But I think it's about where you touch the rear bumper. It's not about how hard you push on that rear bumper. Very sensitive, these cars.
Keselowski just drove into a hole that was not there in front of Jimmy Johnson.
Right now, what we're seeing, Mike, is these guys are positioning themselves for the end of this race. Get up front, stay up front, whatever it takes.
63 laps to go. 2 Fords, Toyota, Chevy, and 3 more Fords out front.
Pause it.
To the front end, Kevin Harvick, Trevor Bayne, and Matt Kenseth, and rookie Eric Jones.
Zoom in 11.
Jimmy Johnson wiggled his way to the front because everybody that hit him got him sideways. I think he said, I got to get out of here. I got to get up front.
Zoom out back. Now I'm trying to move up.
Like the only time a driver really, you can never rest. There's never an opportunity to say, I'm in the clear. Nobody's on my rear bumper. Somebody is on the bumper all the time.
The second you rest, TW, as you know, that's when you go backwards. That's when something happens. You got to stay on top of everything going on around you at all times.
Look who's in 9th place, 5th back on the inside, Eric Almirola. We gave you the odds on the favorites at the top of the day and said he was a long shot of what, 40, 50 to 1? There he is in the top 10. A good 30 cars still have a shot at this one with 59 laps to go.
He won the Xfinity race yesterday. Got some confidence and a good race car today.
So
That's
let's take a
right.
listen live at how these spotters help their drivers worry less with our Liberty Mutual Insurance spotter coverage.
Slide up inside, check it up a little bit here. The 20 side, you're good. Outside. 1 inside the 13, so rolling good here now. 21 to 17. Out back. Nothing through the third lane at all. If you want, outside 18. Two inside,
Huh?
all even. 2 by 2.
2.
Driver 2. 21 7 line. That's third lane 5.
Good Lord. Yes.
It's like a 40-ball pinball machine.
Huh.
That's how the spotters help these drivers worry less with our Liberty Mutual Insurance spotter coverage.
Mike, we got 35 cars. 35 cars, and here they all come. All on the lead lap. And they got running 35th. Could still win this race.
Kevin Harvick
All right.
back to the front. Bottom lane up to the middle to hold back Jimmy Johnson. Back to the bottom, short way around. And how about Brad Keselowski, who led quite a bit earlier, but now Vince looks like he's stuck in the middle.
He is indeed. He feels like he's got the car, but just doesn't have the teamwork or the room to maneuver his way back to the front. You know, I was talking to him earlier today before the race about how he becomes such a good restrictor plate racer. He's won 5 times on the plate tracks, including 4 here at Talladega. He said it's like tying your shoes. When you first learn, you overthink every single step, but after a while, it just becomes natural.
Come on, guys. Draft. You better draft for us. Take care.
Complicated when you have to explain how you're doing it.
Come
I don't
on.
know about you, but it looks a lot harder than tying my shoes, Jamie.
Definitely. Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is behind her on the outside.
There she is.
Now, Dale Jr., though, he's having an issue. His car just doesn't feel right. He said it's all over the place. It feels like the front and back just aren't hooked up together. And he
Not
said
easy to
it goes on 2 tires. So on the last stop, they put 4 tires on it. But definitely doesn't like the car. Feels like it's a toe issue, but not that severe, guys.
And here's our long shot, Eric Almirola to second place, behind Kevin Harvick. Maybe not in the Derby, but here at Talladega,
Yeah,
long
commercial.
shots bring home the big money.
$15 on the line.
On the spot.
One of the most celebrated nights in NASCAR. A full night of racing starting at 5 Eastern. The Monster Energy All-20 on
Sorry.
FS1.
What
Back
up?
to Talladega, 52
Last
to go. This has been a nail-biter. We've only had
Okay, cool.
2 cautions for minor incidents, plus the 2 at the end of the stages so far.
Alright.
Let's look at today's Credit One Bank ones to watch.
Well, it hasn't been the start of the season that JGR is looking for. Joe Gibbs Racing. But Denny Hamlin won the first stage so far this season for himself. He's a 2-time restrictor plate winner. Look for him to get back to the front and win this.
Jeff, Dale Earnhardt Jr. said last year, Brad Keselowski is the best current restrictor plate racer that we have. He's won here 4 times, including this race a year ago. I think it gets it done, but the X Factor, one more trip to pit road for everybody. 7 time. He's going for 3 wins out of the last 4 races. 48's my man.
I think today is all about being different. Let's be different. Let's mix up. You guys are all picking the front runners. Denny Hamlin stayed out, used strategy, won the stage. Matt Kenseth stayed out, used strategy, led the race. This is strategy you're looking at right here. Clint Boyer is running in 35th. I'm going to take 35th against you guys.
I'm having fun watching our little long shot. Eric Almirola, 8th here last year. Won yesterday's race. He's in Richard Petty's Ford, the 43.
He won yesterday.
I like him. So here are the pre-race odds on our picks. For 9 to 1. Remember, the favorite was Dale Jr. at 8 to 1. All the way down to 50 to 1.
I see why you went with Almirola now. that 50 to 1. You're going to make yourself some money.
Maybe. A lot can happen in 50
I
laps.
see why you went with your pick.
That part of the thing though.
At the top.
Hey guys, everyone pitted essentially at lap 113, so that means they can go to lap 160, which will be 28 to go. But in another 2 laps, the window opens to pit and make it to the end. I would not be a bit surprised to see some guys gang up and come to pit road here in the next 5 to 10 laps.
Larry, I love that strategy. I love the way you're thinking, but man, I don't want to get run over trying to get on pit road. And what am I going to do with this wad of cars all around me?
I'm not telling you what I'm thinking. I'm telling you what they might
Nothing.
be thinking.
Oh, son.
Larry, we've not had, and we've not said, the big one all day. But what do the trends say, Larry?
Let's try to calm it
We've
down.
only had just 2 minor incidents all day long. We've had 3 caution-free incidents here at Talladega, so this won't set a record.
Sorry about that, people.
Yeah, I took
No?
a look at our last 10 Talladega spring races,
License right there.
and the last caution on the average comes with 4 laps to go. 8 times it's happened in the final 8 laps, and we've had 4 overtimes in our last 10 trips here to the spring.
You know what my trend says? Gigantic.
Haha.
Want to be big.
Yeah, I was going to add to that. And we have 35 cars still on the lead lap. Chances are pretty high.
Joey Logano has taken the lead, and here
What?
comes Trevor Bain
Does that help? Does that help?
to the
Does it
outside.
help?
Kozlowski to the middle, and the Fords are back in front.
Isn't that something? I mean, they've cycled around. They had the Toyotas up front, the Fords up front, the Chevys up front, and here we are. A bunch of Fords leading the field again.
DW, I've said that, or I've heard you say this many times. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work.
I'm just telling you.
How about Daniel Suarez?
Of course.
Well, if Almirola was a 50 to 1 shot, Suarez had to be what? 100 to 1?
I think that's a guy, Suarez. We will see him. He keeps improving week after week after week. Last week he was 3 laps down. Came home in 12th place. Keep an eye on him as the season wears on.
How about the 19, Vince?
Well, you know, they talked to me today about the fact they've studied previous Talladega races. Look back at the stage racing at Daytona. Hard to say there's ever a right strategy, certainly not a foolproof one. But the one thing they knew for sure, they wanted experience, and you don't get experience riding in the back. Suarez ain't in the back right now,
No.
that's for sure, man.
Vince, we are getting into that window where several teams are looking at possibly pitting in the next 5 or 6 laps. In fact, Chad Canals has instructed Earl Barber, the spotter, to get the 48 of Johnson down on the inside so they can start setting up when that round begins.
Boy, I tell you what, I wish it was just that simple. Excuse me, may I get on the inside right here? Thank you very much.
That's
It doesn't work that way.
No, that's where it's bumper to bumper and nobody giving an inch.
You know, we heard on the radio earlier in this race, Keselowski and his team using a code to try to talk to him about getting down in that inside lane before they come to pit road. It did not work out for them. Jimmy Johnson's got to be really careful with how he gets into that inside lane and when he does it to not lose too many positions before they come on pit road.
Mike, you better get that pan out the window. You better be waving those arms. You better be letting people know I'm going to pit road or you'll get run over. And you don't wait till you get to turn 4. You got to start doing that going down the back.
Yeah, but DW, you know, you can only see maybe 2 cars back can maybe see that hand out the window. It's a spotter job. It's waving out the window. It's getting below that double yellow line as you come off of turn 4.
Jamie McMurray waving to try to get to pit road. Needs
Better
to
than
get to
see
the
it.
inside. There's McMurray with a hand out the window. The longest shot here is the 23 of Greg Gaulding. The Virginia driver is on the lead lap. He's in 28th place. It's his first ever restrictor plate race in the Cup Series, and he's on the lead lap. So here come a bunch of them to make this early pit stop that they hope is their last one of the day, Matt.
And several Chevrolets come, the Hendrick cars, Casey Kane, the best his cars run all day, has a lot of speed. Meanwhile, Jimmy Johnson in the 48, he's on pit road. Chris.
Chase Elliott also into 4 tires on the last stop, 2 tires on this stop, still saying his car is a bit edgy, but drivable. Jamie?
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. just talking about the way that car has been handled. You see the tear off there to get one clear view. Right side tires for the 88. No chassis adjustments, got just enough fuel.
The question will be, can they get back up to speed before the pack comes around at nearly 200 miles an hour and inhales them? There's another group, including the Gibbs cars. bunch of road cars. Matt?
And the Toyota's making this round of stops. The Fords are expected to next time by Truex look for 2 tires here on the 78 at this juncture is what the call is. Topping him up with fuel, waiting on fuel, he's gone, Vince.
Team of Daniel Suarez is in. Suarez
I'm gonna put the name.
right side has done a great job. Just learning, wanting to learn and gain experience. He's kind of blocked in by the 13. Now they got to pull a little bit of fender on the right side. This is a longer stop than originally planned for the 19 for sure.
Long stop for Suarez. Also for Greg Galding, we mentioned a minute ago. He has now gone a lap down. And here comes Denny Hamlin.
Well, Denny's been out of sequence with his teammates all day long on pit strategy. He's got a couple of them there.
But you know what I love? I love the way the manufacturers are working together. We had never had that for so many years, and now we got it.
Matt?
The 11, 18, and
Or
the
the pit
20 on
stops.
pit road. Ken's a nice recovery from his issues with the valve stem that was knocked off. Vince.
Gotta be together.
There's the right sides going on. The 18 car of Kyle Busch has led some of this race today, been back in the pack in the last 20 laps or so, Jamie.
Strategy for Denny Hamlin early on was his call, but this was an accident.
Everybody has to be in
They
the
wanted
pack
to pit
already.
earlier with the other Gibbs cars, and he didn't make it to pit road, so they were out of sequence. So was his teammate, Matt Kenseth.
This last pack right here.
And we waited till they got that fuel so packed with Sunoco race fuel to try to go the distance here. Meanwhile, Joey Logano continues to lead the field around. These first 16 cars were last on pit road about lap 113 through 115.
Think about insurance. Down a little bit longer.
Don't think Earnhardt put it, did he?
Checker or something like that, you know. So kind of
No, that's
thinking
right.
about the end of the race.
Well, breaking this field up into 3 distinct
That's
packs
what I'm talking
certainly lessens the possibility of the big one. I thought that was a pretty long pause there. Okay.
I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, well, once they do come in pit, it's going to be wild and hectic trying to get that track position back.
The lead pack there.
Here they are back here, the lead pack, and then the group they're chasing down up here, up ahead of them, but I don't think they'll ever get there.
Just how I'm a wrap.
Well, we'll see. Larry, how far can that lead pack go
It's like
until
that
they
thing
have to stop?
Yeah, Mike, they could go to lap 160, which would be 28 to go. Another thing they may be doing, we went back racing with 72 to go on that last caution. If you wanted to break it in half, that way they would come
That's not like
out
Pac-Man.
36
It's
or
like
38 to go. So
I was racing my
different
teammates.
scenarios could unfold here.
So anywhere from 2 to 12 laps from now, we can see those cars on pit road.
What this group really would like to see is not to be double file. They want to be single file, making up as much speed as they possibly can. But you see right there, the 38's on the outside, 31. There's several cars bunched into this group, slowing that entire group down.
Daniel Suarez will go a lap down as Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski catch him here.
Now that trouble he had in the pits, just had a little bit of hesitation getting out of the pits, what caused Suarez to go get a lap down here.
David Reagan up to the outside.
No, too much.
There with the leaders.
See any hands? Any hands? Yeah, I see
Yeah,
one. There
there's
we go. Here we go. We're coming,
Harvick's
boys.
definitely coming. We're coming. There's Logano and Keselowski.
We're all coming.
Yeah,
Comes to that inside line. Head for pit road this time, as Larry pointed out.
Everett saw shots in the corners.
Looks like Reagan will stay out and assume the lead.
More
Nope,
come
he's
from the
coming too.
outside. Pretty risky.
Here we go.
Nice job.
Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, the Penske cars lead the line to pit road. Matt?
So Ford would be proud about how the different teams with the Ford brand working together. They were told Boyer was to hustle it on
damn it.
road. They're looking at
Crap.
4 tires. Gonna go
Yeah,
4
that's what I heard.
tires on the
Good
4
road.
of Harvick as well. Solid stops on both cars, Vince.
Brad Keselowski wants a drink and a clean windshield. They take care of that. It's going to be a 4-tire change as well, Jamie.
Joey Logano's led 10 laps so far today. A 2-time winner here at Talladega. Car's been loose all day, but they've got to get better. It's just a tip tight, not perfect, not bad. The 17 Ricky Stenhouse Jr., you saw them applauding. Good stop for him. 31 of Newman's had good speed today. Minimal changes.
So Elliott Sadler, driving for Tommy Baldwin, only his second start of the year. He has picked up the lead. Now Sadler will pit that Chevrolet and turn the lead over to Ricky Stenhouse. house.
That's it.
38 laps to go in Talladega.
All wrap it here. This one.
During Toyota time, you can get 0% APR financing on the 2017 RAV4 and over 10 other select models. Offer ends May 31st. For great deals on other Toyotas, visit Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. Sharon was given a few months to